The President Akufo-Addo says the appreciation of the cedi against all major trading currencies is a result of deliberate policy interventions introduced by government over the last few months. The measures, he says, include tightening of cedi liquidity resulting in the offloading of forex as a store of value by speculators, the improvement of forex flows from remittances and the mining sector, and the reaching of a staff-level agreement with the IMF for a $3 billion package. The president is optimistic that cedi will further appreciate. Now listen to the president make this statement.
From the market supply to the market. Continue with a single unified forex forward auction and some modest targeted bilateral support to critical imports, and the implementation of the gold for oil swap transaction, which will significantly remove forex pressures on the cedi.
Meanwhile, Bank of Ghana has attributed the cedi's recent gains to a new set of monetary measures it has instituted. According to the Director of Financial Markets at the Bank of Ghana, Stephen Opata, the cedi's performance can be linked to the BoG's decision to restrict foreign exchange support to some essential commodities like petroleum product as well as medical and pharmaceutical product. He says the cedi's gains can also be attributed to the prudent management of liquidity in the financial system. George Weafe is still with me in studio. George, help us understand what role these measures played in bringing the cedi to appreciate.
And before I get to those fine details, I mean that the whole cedi dynamics or the current gain, the sustained gain, is a purely demand and supply thing. And you don't want to also attribute everything that has happened to the Bank of Ghana, but you also would not take away that some measures that the Bank of Ghana implemented some months ago that some of us were questioning, or some people were questioning. Maybe it is now yielding the desired result. It was believed that, and I want to stress that there was some excess liquidity in the market. And when there is excess liquidity in the market and people cannot find what to do, what people also wanted to undertake or maybe do was that they want to hedge against inflation. And the best thing was that go out and buy more dollars. So that excess liquidity was fueling the purchase of dollars by companies, individuals who didn't need those dollars at that time. So you had a situation where the Bank of Ghana thought that, listen, apart from also dealing with inflation, let's hike the policy rate. And that would find a way of mopping up what they describe as excess liquidity in the system as well. They've also used several monetary measures to mop up excess liquidity. And so that might have also helped in checking the amount of demand for dollars out there, and that is doing that as well. Also, the Bank of Ghana's decision to say that, listen, we are going to manage our reserves. So what we are going to do is that we are going to extend support for what they describe as essential commodities, the medical supplies, and then also petroleum products. Doesn't mean that they are stopping anybody from bringing in rice. If you can find other sources of dollar support for your imports, go ahead. But the Bank of Ghana then meant that we are going to advance support to these essential stuff. Now, what we're also learning that the bulk or distribution, they used to demand a lot of dollars. I mean, some had to go into the black market to demand huge amounts of dollars. What we understand now is that even at their last auction or support, Bank of Ghana gave them about 85% of their dollar demands. So what that meant was that it is also cutting back on demand by these BDCs that goes out to the market to demand dollars. That one has also contributed to what we are experiencing right now. Other moral suasion, trying to clean up the foreign exchange market, ensure that you reduce the activities of black market operators and ensure that those who are licensed out, all those measures have done. But also you can't overlook the fact that our decision to sign up for an IMF program has brought about some renewed confidence in the economy. So those who are trying to take their funds out, businesses that were freezing loans, discussions and all that, they are bringing that back. And that is also contributing to what we are seeing right now. On the global market, the value of the dollar has lost some value as well. So that is also working out what we are experiencing right now. So yes, of course, BoG has contributed largely that's sustained gain, but also there are other factors that has contributed. But if you want to do percentage-wise, maybe you give it about 60-40 or about 70-30 in terms of their actions that they have taken that is contributing to the sustained stability that we are. I mean, some will say that, listen, the problem is about sustenance and all that. Yes, but there is always a marginal depreciation that it's okay for every currency. Even the dollar right now has depreciated.
Okay.
So you cannot have the cedi being 2 cedis to $1 or one forever and ever. There will be some margins of depreciation and appreciation. Maybe 5%, 10% might be okay. When it goes beyond that, then we should be worried.
Okay.
But the fact is that BoG has taken certain actions that is contributing to this.
Okay.
What would be the fiscal support as well by government? If that is what the IMF program would do, to have that sustained confidence in the economy. Some have argued that, listen, we will still witness some depreciation next year, but it might not be compared to the over 30% that we saw, 40% that we saw last year. And that might bring some comfort to businesses in terms of planning as well.
And to us as well, because when I went to the filling station, I had to spend some 600 to fill my car. I was happy. Some few weeks ago, I had to spend more. So when the dollar keeps coming down, it
tells you how connected the economy is into these FX developments, that if we're able to stabilize the FX situation, the rippling effects on petroleum prices today, transport fares have come down. We also get them from the BDCs that at the next window, there will be another margin of reduction as well. What would be the cascading effect? Maybe when Bank of Ghana started hiking the policy rate then and taking some extra monetary measures, we didn't see the effect then. Maybe the pass-through is being felt right now on the FX market and even other sectors of the economy as well.
I'd love to stay on with you a while longer,
Time
but
is
we have
study,
to. It's grateful to you, George.
Grateful also, man.
For joining. George, we have a Joy Business now.